Second speaker of the day. We have Cameron Kelly Johnson. His speech is the STD you never knew you had.
Well, we're going to start by asking a question of all of you. To start asking about your age. Who in here is 20 to 24? Just put up a hand. None of you guys? Come on. Almost over there. 45 to 55% of you that are female have this STD. The rest of you who don't fit in that age bracket, 25% of you have this STD sitting in the room right now. Anybody willing to take a guess at what STD it is? Human papillomavirus, HPV. And I'll call it HPV for the rest of my speech because if I try to pronounce it twice, I'm going to screw it up. More scary, 50% of you within your lifetime will be infected with HPV at least once. If there are any women in here over the age of 50, you don't have to volunteer. I know there are a few. There's an 80% chance you've had HPV during your lifetime. Now you kindly think, oh, HPV, that's genital warts. I know what that is, but no, that's not all it is. HPV is generally asymptomatic, meaning you don't know you have it. Warts don't show up. There are no symptoms that you notice. It's a DNA virus that actually messes with the DNA in the cells of your body. There are more than 100 types. 37 are sexually transmitted. 12 to 19 of those are called high-risk types, which we'll discuss a little bit later. You can have multiple types. So, I suppose if you really want, you can collect them all. Not going to advise it, but you can. And that's the scary part, you could collect them all. It can take up to a decade to find out that you have one of these high-risk types and notice the effects of them. They're typically transmitted through direct sexual contact, but they can be transmitted during birth. They can be transmitted in indirect sexual contacts. Now, of course, there's the warts that go along with HPV, which could be horribly embarrassing, as I'm sure you can all imagine in your minds how embarrassing things like that could be. More importantly, according to the American Cancer Society, the CDC, and the professors at Oxford, 90 to 100% of cervical cancer is caused by HPV. The American Cancer Society claims 100% with no statistical range. There is no case study out there that can show you any case of cervical cancer not caused by HPV. It is a 100% preventable cancer at this point. Now, men, don't feel left out. We've got more. 90 to 70% of anal cancer is also caused by HPV, including 40% of vulval, vaginal, and penile cancer, and a shoo-in, oral and throat cancer, 12%. There's a solution. Gardasil, a new vaccine, has just come out. It prevents 90% of the strains that cause genital warts, and it prevents 70% of cervical cancer causing strains. It specifically targets 4 types, type 6, 11, 16, and 18. 3 injections over the course of 6 months. You've probably all had vaccinations before. It's roughly $120 per dose, $360 for the full treatment. And that may seem like a lot, but if you can think of the chances of having cancer, the chance of dying over not getting a $360 shot. Local health departments do offer it via several programs free to lower income families, so children can get it for free if needed. It's approved for women ages 9 to 26. There's currently research going on for women above 26 and men. They targeted women 9 to 26 because of the statistic I quoted, that is the highest infected group. It will not cure what you already have. So getting it now won't make what you had go away. So waiting can be dangerous. The side effects, very simple. 84% pain at injection site, 25% swelling at injection site, 25% have redness at injection site, 10% reported fever within 15 days, though 9% of people that were given a placebo, just a shot of water, reported fever within 15 days. There are no other known side effects. Now, you've all seen TV. I mean, when's the last drug you heard of that was the list of side effects? You know? And it's just that simple. You're risking a lot by not having it done. I don't know about you, but surgical removal or freezing removal or acidic removal of warts from my genitalia, not sounding very pleasant. I don't want that. I don't want the embarrassment. You can have all that and then they come back anyway. But more importantly, the cancers. I mean, that's 100% preventable cancer, cervical cancer. It can go away. And to put that in perspective, according to the American Cancer Society, in 2006, 9,710 women found out they had cervical cancer. 3,700 of them died. The fix is easy. 3 easy shots, 70% reduction. It would make those numbers into 2,913 women detected with cervical cancer in a year, and only 1,100 deaths, or less. So get vaccinated, and if you can't get vaccinated, tell the ladies you love. Questions? Anybody?
Questions for Cameron?
Thank you for everybody that helped put this on.
But for today, how it shakes out is going to be in 4 steps. We have an honorable mention, a second runner-up, a first runner-up, and then our first place winner. These are cash awards for each of the speakers. Also, the number 1 speaker today of the Speak Off is invited to speak on WIMS radio. So we'll discuss that with our winner as well. That's exciting. Please a round of applause for our judges. So without much further ado, and the top speaker for today is Cameron Kelly Johnson. Again, a round of applause for all the speakers. Okay, speakers, we still stay around for photographs, please. Also, thank you all again for coming. It's a great turnout for this and a great cause for us and our students. And please feel free to eat more cookies. Just running back there. Thank you again.